your unit, which I believe I mentioned to you, but just to remind you, is effectively a binary, which, for those of you not familiar with clan unit parlance, is 2 stars, or 2 groups of, it would be 5 mechs, or in the case of a star of elementals, it would be 25, 5 for each point. Vehicles, I believe it's 2 per point. Or was that aerospace fighters? Whichever, it doesn't really matter because you don't have either. Uh, Conventional infantry is like 25 per point or something like that, but I didn't bother to look it up because you didn't bring many of them. Everyone clear on that general size of your unit?
Yep.
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 Star of mechs, 1 star of elementals, and you find yourself in an old defunct. I could be slightly off as to whether or not this was in service with the Star Lake, but I'm going with it. You are in an unarmed Danae's class cargo ship that they've all stuffed you in instead of a proper mech carrier because, well, those are going to the front line. But it's serviceable enough against a planet that is not intended to have hostile activity. You've spent several days burning in from the nadir jump point of the local star. A slightly hotter star, so this is further away, but you make do. You come across this little blue gem of a planet, right where your Saucon's visions said it would be, somehow, apparently. How do you initially react to actually finding a habitable planet here?
Oh, well, hey, there it is. I was wondering when it would show up. This is where the old guy pointed out, right?
Yep, exactly where it should be.
All right, I wasn't sure if we were gonna get any work to do. Thought this was one of their goose chases again. But
I don't know, man. Chasing geese sounds like a lot of work to me.
yeah, so I'm glad it's not it.
Well, the goose.
Right on.
Well, looks pretty peaceful from up here. Bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Slightly larger than the Earth, denser atmosphere, but, for the most part, habitable. Maybe slightly over 1G, but not by enough to worry about. Plenty of oxygen. This is just some tech, by the way, like reading off scans. Yeah. Looks like you won't even need breathing apparatus down there, presuming there aren't horrible toxins.
Presuming. I guess we're probably gonna have to do an analysis of that right off the bat, huh?
Yes, sir.
One of you guys knows how to do that, right? Sort of turns aside to whoever's sitting next to me.
You
Not a clue.
That's
warrior
what
cast.
the science people are for.
Somewhere in the background, a random scientist cast just rolls their eyes and sighs audibly. I'll go get the equipment.
Hell yeah, man.
Talks out the door.
Couldn't survive without you guys. Literally.
Really?
That might be the nicest, this is the tech again, that might be the nicest thing I've ever heard a World Warrior cast say to one of us. He's all teary-eyed. So your dropship goes ahead and gets close enough. They magnify in with some of the long-range telescopes and instruments, and they've narrowed it down to this general area where you're going to have to pick a landing site. The captain tells you. They don't really... I mean, there are several possibilities, but they can put down anywhere in this area based on where they're coming in from. I mean, they could spend several more days orbiting the planet to look for a better one, but,
I'd think around there. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe like here or there, but good views around to choke points, but also plenty of room to expand base if we need to.
And close to water too.
Yeah, that's a good point. Is there freshwater situation?
I mean, let's see. This is forested terrain. Those are all mostly lakes and rivers, as you see with the blue there.
The blue.
Okay.
Oh, I was assuming that
So,
was
like,
like
this one is
mountains.
big lake.
Nope, that's all. Look like water and forest mostly.
Cool, that
Yep.
makes a lot more sense. Yeah, no, that still sounds... Well, hey, that still looks like a good location to me then. I was thinking this is
Yep.
way larger scale. Smaller scale? Larger scale.
Nah, he's only showing you the areas that are roughly 50-kilometer hexes that he just doesn't want to try and land in the mountains, so he did not show you that as an option.
Fly out Mike Sands. Yes, I think same place still sounds good.
So,
Sounds like everyone else. Either up
Yep.
here. Yeah.
So around,
Yeah, well, maybe-
we're doing like around there, or was it further south?
That works great for me.
Yep.
Okay. And you're pretty much smack dab in the middle of the map, too. So, for today, that means we're using this map. Is there any particular spot on this more close-in detailed map that you would like? They're 30-meter hexes.
Given what I can see on the map, I can't really think of any reason to pick one place or the other. Any of you guys?
No.
yeah.
Yep.
I assume we're not. Are we specifically trying to build around our dropship, or are we landing the dropship and building off to the side of it, essentially?
Well, realistically speaking, you're not going to be building directly underneath your dropship because, kind of heavy, weighing like 3,200 tons. So you're not going to be moving that around without it just straight up lifting off.
Yeah, so I was asking if we're building around it or to the one side of it. For
But I'd say off to one side. That way it's kind of like at a protected side. I mean, even though it is unarmed, it's not kind of a wall situation.
Cole's eyes have just been kind of glazed over, and he's staring into the middle distance as people are talking about logistics. But then all of a sudden, it's like, I think we should be like close enough to the water there that we can bathe easy. Oh, but then also far enough away that we have privacy. Yeah.
Somewhere in the background, I'm sure a couple of the other warrior cast who are just there just slowly turn to look at you with a very concerned look on their face that this is the guy they're working with. So sorry, what was the consensus if you've reached one? Got a little distracted by that.
I haven't heard anything suggesting we move it. I think just where a good old captain plopped it down works. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you make your initial landing. Seems to be relatively flat terrain in this portion. At least enough that this map clearly does not seem to have any elevation markers on it. Nope, doesn't seem to. So yeah, you have landed your dropship. Being that you do not have a combat dropship, you probably are going to have to spend the next hour or so getting your mechs and equipment ready to move out, because they've just been all strapped down in the cargo bay instead of a proper mech bay. But while you're waiting for the text to get that done, and people are running an analysis, do you want me to roll for the random scientist NPC, or does one of you want to roll? Remember, I believe they decided the generic check for unnamed crew is at a +3 on the skill check. Just barely professional level.
He said that was +3.
Yep.
I'm making a note of it. +3 for trained skill check.
No one said anything, sure, I'll roll it for you. They got a 14.
Right. So I believe target number for this check, it's a complex action, so that's a 9, I want to say. So that would be a fairly decent margin of success still. 5. After about 15, 20 minutes or whatever, the tech who sighed and walked out comes back in his full hazmat gear, pulls the, starts to talk through the respirator, realizes his voice is entirely muffled. So the results of... hold a second. Pulls the mask off. So the results of the atmospheric test show that although it's fairly oxygen-rich, there don't appear to be major toxins. You may experience a mild high until your body gets used to it, though.
Just looking nervously over at Cole, because don't want to imagine what he's like when he's high.
I don't know, maybe you've never seen him not high. Ooh. Like, it'll give me a pump without needing to work out.
Guy just stares at you for a moment. Yeah, sure, let's go with that.
Hell yeah.
Sounds like a fantastic environment for training.
What's it, like, a handout for a high five for just... I don't know, he's big enough. Any of the guys, like 5 people next to him can probably reach.
Should I give you a high five? Yeah.
Ooh.
I should imagine you're still a bit like bigger than me though. Like
Feeling it already. Yeah, are you an elemental?
yeah, but
I've got strength and body 9 on cold.
yeah, 7s. So
Okay, so you're still a big guy, but
Still standing a good head, or probably actually more, considering your elementals, over all your mech warrior friends. But, good old clan eugenics.
gross. Nice.
Okay. Please tell me I wrote this down. Good. Yep, so, Star Commander Sonia is going to clap her hands to get your attention. Alright, elementals, here's what we're going to do. We're going to be spreading out, securing the area from any local wildlife and predators, and start clearing the minor debris. You, Cole, and stares briefly at Vincent there. We'll be on clearing duty, along with the rest of your points. Glances over at Escanor, who is not... Player's not here, so I'm just going to have him get assigned to, like, walk perimeter patrol with his unit. Technically, she would be addressing the people in charge of your units. I just realized none of you took enough rank to even be in charge of your point. Wow. Okay, yeah, so she's not even acknowledging you. She's just getting orders out to your commander, so... Meanwhile, while that's happening... oh, what is this? Aiden of Bloodline Grey is organizing the mech warriors. Alright. Well, it seems that they haven't seen fit to give us any proper combat machines. However, you two, he points at Kettley and Bobby.
Yeah.
You were respectively given, I believe, one of you was issued a security mech from some antiquated day, and the other was granted permission to use an actual Explorer unit. The Explorer, I want you out there and surveying the landscape. Security mech, provide escort. The rest of you, he turns to those who are in industrial loaders, you get to work unloading the supplies. I'll supervise. And by that, he actually means he's going to be helping out with the industrial mech's unloading. Because his mech is, I believe, I give him like a logger mech. So I'll have to double check whether that even has hands later. So yeah, you have your assignments. Don't make me regret having gotten stuck with all of you under my command. Well, what are you waiting for, people? Move!
Cole's getting his equipment out of his pack that he thinks is relevant for clearing duty, namely 2 giant machetes, and taking his shirt off. Well, I guess taking the top.
Did he have his shirt on?
Fatigues off. I assume we're all in the big old, like dress uniform onesies.
I mean, I don't know, with your character's personality, who knows, you could be wandering around in the Novacat's ceremonial outfit, which is that weird leather, like, shorts and a shirt thing. Vest, I think it's a vest.
Whatever shows off his abs and chest best, probably, usually.
So you've just been hanging out in, like, the ceremonial outfit that no one else wears except during ceremonial occasions?
Yeah,
Just,
but
like,
only
wearing it
really,
around
like,
the ship.
Pants of it. Just as little as he can get away with and still be, like, within regs.
Yep.
Probably wearing fancy leather, like, arm wrappings or stuff it comes with.
Does anyone comment on this, or are you just used to Cole by now?
We're just
They're just used to him. Yeah. Just
Yep.
Very much the, well, he hasn't changed attitude.
right. We used to wear an extra shirt, but I guess that's not happening now.
Oh, it's so hot here.
You're still in the climate control environment of the dropship.
Oh, sorry, that's probably just me, I guess. Oops.
You say mech pilots wear not much either because hot.
Yeah, generally speaking, lore-wise, mech pilots wear as little as they can get away with because of how hot the cockpit gets.
Yep.
I mean, if I remember correctly, they were saying, like, just even, like, normal combat operations, not even pushing it, it usually gets to be, like, 40 degrees Celsius in the cockpit, which is, what, 108 degrees? I didn't do the math, but something around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because you're riding around on a giant fusion-powered machine.
I say so. It doesn't really phase us too much.
Yep. Although I guess being part of the clans, if you really want to put in the effort, you could probably get your hands on a coolant suit at some point, which is the old Starleague era full body suits. I don't know whether the clans actually use those or not. It wasn't really a point that anyone made one way or the other, now that I think about it.
That's probably something they considered with.
Oh god, with the way they venerated the old Starleague, it's entirely possible they just, like, have them all in, like, museums on, you know, like, pedestals.
Yep.
I'll look that up someday, but... okay.
Lily's gonna swing up into her mech and get ready to go.
Cole puts some, like, paint on his face under the eyes and stuff to reduce glare.
One of the techs look, did you just use Battletech paint to paint your face? The face paint's over there.
Battletech paint? I just carry this stuff around in my back pocket. I don't know what it is. Works great, though. We use different paint for battle mechs and faces.
Meant to not come. Oh boy. Tech just slowly backs up and walks out of the room.
Want some? It's bright out there. Hi. Well, shall we, gentlemen?
the rest of your particular point is looking at each other nervously. This guy's got our back.
He didn't even set down the machete to, like, paint his face with his finger. You guys have these too, right? How are we gonna clear forest if you guys don't have machetes? I only have one spare.
They'll just stare at you for a moment and then just like point to the power loaders behind them in the bay and the like chainsaws and whatnot that people are getting out of crates.
Ugh, that's no fun. Fine. And Cole will go get in his power loader. Still holding the machetes, though.
So yeah, as you're moving out down the ramp, it goes. A blast of surprisingly dense air comes in. Let's see, given where you guys are on the planet. You guys did not set down in the tropics, so it's not quite that humid. But it's fairly warm spring day. Probably very warm compared to being in the climate-controlled confines of a dropship for an extended period of time. Lots of floral scents in the air and everything else you'd expect in nature. Who wants to be the first to step out into the new world?
Cole sure wants to.
I feel like Cole would be the one to just to be the first. Like he'd be right at the front.
Doesn't even wait for the ramp to go all the way down, just kind of like takes a run and jump off it.
You can already hear the random like PT duty you're gonna have to do for that one as you land.
Uh-huh.
Alright. Do not follow his example. Troops, move out! You hear booming from the logger mech in the back. Rest of you, I guess, go down the ramp, I assume? Anyone gonna chicken out and get written up for demerits and whatnot?
Nope.
No, I can check this new place out.
Okay. So yeah, you find yourselves offloading into these three hexes there.
Sure.
And may have to resize those because I had to turn off the actual hex grid because, as I mentioned, Roll20 doesn't do proper sized hexes, so they don't line up correctly with any of the pre-made stuff, which is annoying. Very, very annoying. Okay.
Cole goes straight to the water to go start clearing the brush and stuff around it so we can
Probably that
get
one
to
then,
the
since
water.
it's closer.
Yes, that's a good point. Should get one of those scientist guys to come test the water too.
I mean, you have a radio. You could try and call for one.
Yeah, he says that over the radio.
After a brief moment, are you actually ordering us to go test the water, warrior?
I mean,
That
don't
was
we
very
need to
vague.
know if we can drink water? I don't really know what you guys do, gotta be honest. I can order you to do stuff, but like officially?
Well, technically, yes.
Yeah, I order you to come see if the water's safe then, please.
Alright, you heard him. Everyone pack up. We're moving over to that project. Several techs come over. Takes them a few minutes. Moving on the hex grid as... Yeah, I believe infantry moves at 1 hex per round, which is 10 seconds, I want to say. So, not that long. But that's at a full military march, so probably takes them a little longer. You guys are clustered around there pretty much, doing some base exploring. The elementals are just going to be clearing some of the immediate area and trying to make it usable. So I guess give me whatever skill checks you think are appropriate for that. This is mostly just to see whether any of you end up getting tangled in a bush or something.
just like a body then, if he's just wandering around cutting at stuff? I guess there's career soldier.
Basically, depends on how you're doing it, really. Use raw stats. You could, if you had any appropriate survival skills or tradition or whatnot, you could use those.
Just do raw stats then, just very clumsily, just wailing at all the vegetation as if it's target practice or they're training dummies. Boom.
He's just leaving a rough-hewn, just path that's not even straight line. That's meandering,
What's whatever
but it's a very clear path.
whatever
That's
looks
just-
most fun to swing a machete at. He then goes for that next. There's no.
I'm pretty sure Sonia sees this and just has like an eye twitch moment, but says nothing. Anything our other elemental is doing, or just doing the methodical, slow clearing of the area.
And do the methodical clearing. With the
Much more
with
organized.
infantry tech, yeah. With the actually clearing it with the squad and total of margin of success of 6 apparently.
Okay. Congrats. You do pretty well, actually. You're very efficient at your job.
Assigning the like
Yeah.
sectors.
I'll let you know this would go quicker if we rigged the explosives just to the squad leader.
Looks around. There's nothing here we need to blow up. It's just shrubbery and a few small rocks. Now, if it were those boulders over there, gestures vaguely off in the distance. Just completely confused by your obsession with exploding things.
Yeah.
Oh, explosions are great for
Grumble to myself.
I grew up with Vincent, and he's taught me all about how explosions are like the best solution to like basically everything that you wouldn't have thought. He's so smart about that.
I'm gonna roll real quick to see if you're just on an open mic and the entire unit hears this. You are. So what are the two mech warriors who grew up with these guys? Did you either of you comment on hearing this over the open unit mic?
I kind of turn, like torso turn, and I keep walking.
Just turn slightly to look at him. See, walk. Nice.
He didn't change at all, did he? Holy shit.
At least he's not on the mech team.
Good point. Alright, Explorer Mech, where are we going?
Keep going forwards that way.
Okay.
You know what? I've got ground navigation.
Mud.
Hey, that was not supposed to happen. Did the map just move?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me move that back then.
So do I. I also have. Oh, look, I have sensor operation.
Which I believe is basically used for their equivalent of perception.
Yep.
Let's see. You're about there? Yeah, no, you don't encounter anything just yet, although you could, of course, do sensor sweeps or whatever else you want to do.
I'll do a sweep, see if there's anything interesting that I can spot. Nope.
Even with the +1 field aptitude. Did you actually roll?
That's
Oh god, that's a
Double
critical
ones.
Double
failure.
ones.
Yeah.
So you're looking at your instruments and not looking at the terrain. You go, according to this, we should be in a swamp as you're walking on perfectly stable ground. Any reaction to the fact that your sensors are clearly telling you something completely wrong? Also, you get lost, so just pick a random direction and, I guess I'll roll random direction, and you go 2 hexes in that. 4. So, south. You go due south 4 hexes, or a couple hexes.
We How? How? How?
Where are you getting on your sensors?
Well, it's not swamp. Tell you that. Jesus. You know how? Is your display upside down?
I think it is.
The unfortunate result of these Explorer mechs probably not having seen use in, God, centuries, since the clans didn't exactly explore a lot.
Putting things back together according to manuals that have seen way better days.
Yep. Some text somewhere. Oh, I was holding this upside. I really hope the mech warrior doesn't notice. As he's staring at the manual. It's like, oh, this was upside down. Whoops. Oh, I'm sure they won't. Won't be a problem.
It's the PDF that got scanned in upside down. Well, alright, since we're going this way anyway, I'm just watching for anything that might be around us,
You got a margin of success of 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, apparently that's not quite enough. So, you don't see this coming.
Gosh.
Oh boy.
Some giant, vaguely centipede sluggish thing that, you swear could almost be 10 meters long. It's just really long. Just lunges at you from, the water. Or near the water, I should say, the hex next to it. Where it was camouflaged in well with the trees and, grasses. And just latches onto your mech. Or at least tries to. Let's see what it rolls on its attack. Yeah, that actually succeeds. Yeah, it is now gnawing on the armor of your mech. Luckily, this doesn't do a whole lot. It's only about 1 point of damage to the armor. And, oh, right, I should roll for the hit table. You're the Peacekeeper, right?
That's me.
Okay. Then it's the Marco is the one that's, Bobby?
Yeah.
It hits your center torso somehow. I'm kind of impressed it could reach that far. So yes, you take 1 point of armor damage to your center torso. As this thing just smacks into you and is trying to gnaw, but the teeth really aren't doing a lot. It was mostly just its sheer body mass hitting you.
Can I try to grab it with my salvage arm and slam it on the ground?
Alright. Sure, you can try and make a... Oh wait, your salvage arm? I believe it said salvage arm is specifically not good at melee attacks, so it's too delicate.
Okay, I'll do the other arm then.
Yes. The other arm should just be a standard mech melee attack. Alrighty. Yes, it's technically a punch attack. Alright, base target number is your piloting skill. Damage value of 1 for every 10 tons or fraction of that the attacker weighs. So how heavy is your mech again?
30 tens.
Alright, so that is 3 points of damage to this thing. Let's see. If you hit, that is.
I got a success of 9.
Right, that definitely hits. Don't forget the minuses for your movement, and I believe I am going to have to look up at some point again, but I think technically being surprised you were supposed to take a couple minuses, but either way, success of 9 is more than enough to hit that. Oh, well, you did 3 damage. It had 3 health, and this thing does not appear to have armor. So, yeah, you basically slam it into the ground hard enough that it kind of splits. It kind of grody. Yeah, this thing is very, very badly off. It may still be alive, but it's certainly not doing. Any reaction to the almost 10-meter long giant worm creature that just attacked you at all?
Hey, science team, can you come figure out what this thing is?
Brief pause. Could you be more specific? We don't have your combat cam footage up yet.
There's a worm that jumped out of the lake and attacked me.
A worm. Sure. We'll send a biologist over to collect the sample.
It's a big worm.
Brief pause. Like, define how big.
10 meters?
Huh, that is a big worm. We will try to requisition one of the industrial mechs to drag it back. Oh boy. This great start to new planet. Yeah, it's just great, he mutters as he's turning the radio off.
I'll just send out a warning to everyone else that they may want to stay away from the water.
Or be more careful.
As like Cole's like in the water. Right.
And some scientists are that he ordered over. At least he'd stay in there guarding them, I guess, even if he wasn't entirely thinking about that being useful.
Speaking of, I should probably have you roll to see whether or not you attract the attention of one of these things.
Oh boy.
So I guess, are you trying to be stealthy at all, or just
Nope.
relying on luck?
Relying on luck.
Alright, edge roll, please.
Hell yeah.
Oh boy.
This is the first, edge roll I might pass without double sixes ever.
Oh boy.
Hell yeah.
Impressive. You have a lot of edge
Hey.
by comparison to last time.
Yep, that's feeling going the opposite
Wow.
direction. I sure spent the last 8 months in real time with that game at zero edge.
Oh, he's actually reporting this on this radio, isn't he? The Mets.
Yep.
How did the Mets react to this statement?
Oh my fucking god.
Either that or there's something about the mechs that make it angry. Maybe a sound they make on a frequency we can't hear. Or the frequency we can hear. They do make a lot of noise.
Sure.
What do you?
So, while you're doing that, I'm gonna have you move Vincent there. One hex north. You're slowly, efficiently clearing. You're in the woods now. Just trying to... so yeah. Vincent, please make a... Okay, you're not actually in anything that would require special checks, so just perception. See how well you spot this with your own eyes and ears.
All right. I guess if the hearing is an important aspect of it, then it would be a 3, a margin of success of 3, otherwise 6.
Okay. It is kind of. You hear the sound of something coming from the north. Like a lot of somethings, in fact. Moving fairly quickly. I know they're rats, but they're just supposed to be a swarm of, like, wolf-sized things. Are now rushing at you. About 27 of them. Give or take. You and your unit.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like kind of spin around notifying the unit. You know, it's like hostiles approaching, looks like dogs. And yeah, I guess if it looks like they're coming toward us, fire on them. But I don't think we're looking to make friends with animals here, so.
Okay. So you're just gonna start shooting away, huh? You have two choices. We can either do this section using conventional time of war rules, or you can use the infantry rules from the mech combat scale, which basically has your entire unit firing as a 1. I believe I sent you the sheet for TRO sheet for that at some point.
Yeah. We could try that out. I haven't used that yet.
Right. This is the Nighthawk is what I gave you.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, Nighthawk PALs are equipped with armored gloves, laser rifle, Mauser 960, and a grenade launcher. Okay. So you should have the ranges there and the damages specifically. Alright. So it's an anti-infantry weapon, which I believe means you get to add another d6 to the damage against infantry. If it hits.
Is the damage, is that number of D6s? Is that what that is? Because it only says 1, so I don't know.
No, it's just straight 1 point of damage on the mech scale, but anti-infantry weapons are just brutal against infantry in that they add a d6 to the damage against infantry.
Okay, that must be what the AI part means.
Things that
Alright.
have that are like heavy machine guns, grenade launchers, and inferno like flamers. Things specifically designed to massacre large numbers of infantry.
Alright. And then how, I guess, how do I determine the to hit?
Let's see. Its base target number is 7. Normally, you would minus to the target number based on your skill. Is how the vehicle grade one works. So it lowers the target number rather than raising your roll. So basically, you could just treat it as target number 7 as a roll if you really want. Technically, mathematically, it doesn't make a large difference. Also, don't forget you're in trees and whatnot, so you're actually shooting at a bit of a minus. So I think, let's see, it's heavy cover. Yeah, it's -2 because you're shooting between heavy tree cover. Or no, wait, you're the one in cover. Sorry, they would get a minus against you. I believe it. I don't think it actually affects your firing out from the cover. I could be wrong. We're going to keep it at for now. I will look that up later in the rules. And it just takes your basic small arms since you are not piloting armor with built-in weapons. Is that grenade launcher the underslung one on the M960, or is that the shoulder-mounted grenade?
It's on the 960.
Okay. And some of the suits I know did that. So then small arms.
Total margin of success of 9.
It's with the very high rolls today. Anyway,
Yeah, a lot of 6s on today.
that definitely hits. 1 point of automatic damage to them, and then please roll a d6.
Another 6.
Right. So your barrage of grenades kills 7 of them outright. Probably wounds several others.
Yeah, just over the radio after the barrage lands on them. It's just you just hear as you guys hear some explosions behind the tree cover.
Uh-oh.
2 of you probably having flashbacks to this having led to great issues before when you were kids. They're gonna go. They are rushing past you guys. So yeah, they do some damage. Nice. Okay. So they do come rushing past you, actually. They nip and bite. One of your guys goes down with a nasty bite to his leg, but that somehow found a gap in his armor, but otherwise you're okay. Yeah, these guys don't do a whole lot of damage.
At least we took that's why stuck together. Clear.
However, you realize that the rushing sound of them is not the large sound you were hearing. That is still coming from further up north. Do you want to do a quick look up that direction?
Yeah, I'll look that. Like it's like oh, it's like why are they running? And then look and maybe realize we'll see. If we're looking, that's a 3. I guess.
See, you're looking through cover at 90 meters and 100. Okay, in the distance, you see something that is probably as long as a light battle mech is tall. It's somewhere around maybe 8 meters, give or take, 8 to 10 long. Several meters tall, and they appear to be large, was that 8-legged giant lizard creatures of some sort that were apparently chasing after this swarm fairly quickly. Pair of them. You can't make out much details at this distance with just your eyes, but they're big enough. You do see them with that 3. They are not trying to stealth.
Okay, we got on over the radio. Giant lizards on our position coming, zoning in on our position.
Giant lizards. Yeah.
I get the sense that the dog things that are now heading toward Cole's position are were food.
Great.
Maybe they're
If
good
we
eating.
just let them eat the dog things. Oh, sorry.
No, that's it.
That'd be great if they didn't run past us.
Yeah, can we
Well-
redirect the dogs? Maybe they'll... Sometimes dogs can, like, know what it means when humans point. Waves the machetes out to tell the dogs to go the other way. Not towards Cole.
I'm going to say that is effectively this round. I'm going to start back again with the mechs, because you've just heard this report. What do you guys do?
I'm turning around.
Yeah.
Keep in mind your mech's movement speed, and feel free to move. And just so you know, I'm not going to give you a penalty particularly for moving through the square of the dogs. I mean, they're dogs. You're a battle mech. They better get out of the way, or they're the ones in trouble. Well, I take that back. You might, like, slip on one, which would be a horrible thing to see, actually, now that I think about it.
Oh, the sounds.
Oh.
That sounds like that'd be some kind of like double, maybe from some couple natural ones.
You'd have to roll pilot check to get through, watch them roll
Because-
double ones. Oh no.
Good news is you killed one.
Alright, so you guys move up to there? That your full turns, or you just kind of moving up and
Do
waiting there?
we have visual through the trees or not?
Make a sensor check. There is actually some foliage there in the way. Just any success, just remember that you're taking a -2 for Bobby, -3 for Kedley, only because you have the heavy cover.
Yeah.
Okay, Kedley doesn't have a clear visual on them. Just there's just like redwood-sized trees in your way. You're just like, okay. Like, I know they're on the other side of these trees. I just don't have target tracking. Can't see them. But Bobby gets a clear view of them through the trees. Also, your targeting computer is like trying to identify something that size against various battle mechs, but it's confused because it doesn't match any actual mech configuration, because they're obviously not mechs. But it's a computer, so it doesn't know better. So yeah, Bobby, you get your first look at what are essentially 8-legged dinosaur analogs.
Fix my sensors.
Hey!
I picture you doing the Russian fix method of just whacking it really hard.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep an eye on them for now and see if they attack us.
Sounds good. Alright, which brings us to the elementals' turns. What are you two guys doing?
Well, if Cole's hanging out already vaguely defending the scientists and there's a pack of angry dog things coming, well, don't have too much fun without me up there, guys, but I gotta keep defending the science dudes.
Gonna move up to intercept the dogs so they don't hit the science team?
Yeah, because they're just on the hex Cole's at currently.
Yep.
Then, yep. I don't know how the skill works. Can I attack them in melee from here, or do I need to actually go on top
With
of them?
infantry, technically you go into their square, if I remember correctly, from melee.
Just worried that if I do that, they'll just... I guess they'd run past anyway, so yeah, screw it. Although, can I move 2 at this scale as infantry? I don't have that on sheet.
Oh,
I can move...
if you're in a power loader, I don't... Nope, ground movement of 1.
Cool. Nope, well, I'm there, and... I mean, I guess I could just pause and wait and take turn in the middle of theirs, but whatever.
Yeah, so like for my PALs or whatever, I have ground movement of 1, but I have a jump movement of 3.
There's a reason they gave them jump packs.
I have 0.
Right, that's right. You said you had to go early today, Lacey. Sorry we didn't get to more mech combat stuff.
That's okay. Feel free to run Cataly. She's
Bye.
gonna play cute.
Good luck and
Yeah, bye.
have a good day. I did not realize that her peacekeeper was that friggin' heavily armed. Jesus. No wonder that failed as a police mech. What the hell? Yeah, I'm gonna quell this riot with 2 medium lasers and an military-grade short-range missile launcher. That makes perfect sense, right?
Well, it'll definitely stop the riots.
Well, you
By vaporizing them, yeah.
just make sure that anyone who would potentially riot or disrupt the peace doesn't exist, and everything's peaceful.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, problem solved.
Yeah, yeah, maybe because they couldn't use their equipment without killing.
Yeah, I'm starting to understand why it was replaced with other police mechs, which had like machine guns that you could use rubber bullets in, or water hoses for tear gas launchers, all that stuff. Anywho's, coincidentally, is your Explorer mech even armed? I never asked.
It's got 1 laser,
Ah,
a small laser.
a short range, basically, just in case you run into wildlife.
Like this.
Assume that or to burn through things. It's like utility.
All right. So yeah. Cole, I'm just gonna say go ahead and make your attack, because they're just gonna move into your square next round anyway.
Alright. If I'm just swinging a sword at them, is that affected by being in the power loader? Because it's higher strength for, like, lifting stuff, but
Not really, I
Not
don't
for-
think, for damage.
yeah. But then I get the armor off of it?
Yeah, you get to use the armor for the power lifter.
Because that just says vehicle scale armor value 1 plus 1. I think the second number, when I was looking at the sheet, derived from the fact that there's a dude in it. I guess for now I'll just make the attack roll.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it's 1 point for the armor itself, and then 1 point for the guy. So you could lose all the armor on the power loader with the 1 hit, and still survive, theoretically, if you only took 1 point of damage.
Cool if I used my scimitar stats for machete.
Sure. Yeah, I don't feel like looking up to see if they have a specific machete, so it should be fine.
5, 7.
I mean, I guess I should technically have it do like -1 to hit or something, but
It isn't showing up. Try again.
Oh, that's annoying.
Well, I guess I'll just roll a 2d6, because I have target number 7, skill 5, plus 1 to attack roll. So, 2d6. Oh, now it works?
There it goes.
Okay, and it still says rolling other dice. Well, I don't mind going with the first one of those.
Still going! Wow. Okay.
That's another +1 to attack roll with the scimitar, but I guess I'm doing machete, so I don't need to.
He's just rolling his whole squad. That's all.
Oh god, yeah. So, well, margin of success 9. Does that hit one of these guys?
Yep, yes it does. Yeah, at some point, if you're going to be doing a melee squad, I'm going to have to figure out how to convert that to this. But for now, we'll just go with the time of war scale, because that's faster. Let's see, there are 5 of you in your squad. You're hitting with a margin of success of 9, you said, so that's +2 damage. It's 2, 2. Okay,
And then do add 3 from strength if we're adding up, or rounding, if we round up.
Yeah. Okay.
For just Cole.
I think actually, since we're just doing your whole squad, it'll only be a +2 from strength.
Cool.
I don't think they're quite as strong as you are. So that's 4 damage times 5. That's 10 damage total. They have no natural armor, actually. Just base, fur coats. Okay, you don't really kill any of them because it's not really concentrated, but you've basically wounded most of the good chunk of the pack, 5 more of them, which is causing them to veer slightly to this side instead of going straight through you towards the scientists.
Hell yeah. Fist bump the guys on either side of me.
Horrible clanging noise as you do that from power loaders that tried to fist bump each other. Alright.
No. At least open fire on one of them, hoping to deter it. Shoot it with the laser rifle since it's so far away. Could still be in, I think, it says medium range. Okay, so mine is 4 plus 1 is a total of 3 margin of success.
So you do still hit them. Alright. What does the damage on that laser rifle say?
1 E in parentheses.
So 1 energy damage to them. Let's see, these guys, they have... Oh, okay, yeah. You hurt them, technically. Now they focus in on you. Luckily, they can only move 2 per. However, that does get them in striking range of you. Let's see if they actually hit. Oh, you're in heavy cover?
Yeah.
Okay, that literally saves your squad. They fail by 1 because of that. Between the running and the heavy cover, they fail by 1. So congratulations.
Nice.
You see them, one of them literally chomps a tree in half right in front of you. With its, razor sharp teeth and claws and just generally horribleness. Alright, that brings us back to the top with the mechs. Just refreshing your memory here that you see your infantry squad fire on them with lasers. All it does is seem to piss them off and bloody them a little bit.
Okay. If she goes into heavy cover, is she taking the minuses from heavy cover, or is that just whatever attacks her?
I think it's what is attacking into the cover or through it, because it says each point of cover between you and the target. So I think it doesn't count against you being in the cover, but she would still take a slight minus in the light cover. In between.
Okay.
I think that makes sense.
Could be misinterpreting the rules, but whatever.
Move right there, and then we'll fire the SRM.
Righty. Which one are you attacking?
That one.
Okay.
Nope.
So yeah, she misses with the SRMs, and they're not streaks, so she still expends them. So they just go wide, and packed into the distance.
I'm gonna try again with the machine gun. I think with minuses, that one also misses.
Movement -1 from light cover. Yeah, it does.
Oh, I've also got a medium laser. Nope. That is a crit.
Ooh, that's a
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say, just because I don't feel like looking it up too much, double the amount of heat that generated from that laser. Somehow it spiked. That didn't cool, right? The heat in the cockpit suddenly spikes up more than it should. Although, I just realized, we did not establish, but I'm assuming we're doing daily regeneration of 1 point of edge like we did last time.
I also was just assuming that and had not thought about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just assumed that.
Alright. So yeah, we'll stick with that.
She's got 2 edge, but I'll use the 1 point to regenerate.
Okay. So, well, at least it's not a critical.
Not a crit.
Ow. Okay. You guys are either rolling great or horribly. There's no in between for you guys today.
It's an incredible string of 4 luck.
Yeah.
Well, that's her turn. I guess it's your turn, Bobby.
All of that. And go for
Unload
that one.
everything and misses with all of it. Alright, go. Your one small
That
laser.
succeeds.
Okay. How much damage does that do?
It does 3 damage.
And you were attacking the one directly above you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it does significantly more damage than the infantry did, but this thing is still up, and now it's paying attention to you. Next just went at the top of the round. So, infantry. Vincent and Cole. Which one? What are you guys doing?
Well, if it looks like the dogs are solidly heading the other way, Cole, I guess take his one movement closer to the action.
Alright.
Then look like he's pumping himself up, he's ready to go. He just needs to get there any second now.
Which, by the way, this is why I said one of the first investments anyone playing infantry is going to want to do is get some sort of transport.
Yep.
Be it a VTOL aircraft or a hovercraft, just anything that gets you places faster.
Yeah, I can see that. I guess we're gonna try the see how, since the lasers didn't do a whole lot, we'll try and see how the grenades do. The one in front. All right, that's a total of what, 4 minus 2 because they're moving.
Yeah.
So 2.
Alright, so that hits. Sadly does not get the anti-infantry bonus, I don't believe.
No, I don't think so. It says
So,
DB and AI. I don't know what DB means. Damage bonus? I don't know.
Okay, I just checked on Reddit. Someone actually has it. Okay, AE, area effect, AI, anti-infantry, C, cluster, DB, direct fire ballistics, DE, direct fire energy. E is just if it's just an E, it's electronics. Interesting. F is
Yeah,
flak,
invert.
H is heat causing, M is missiles, OS is one shot, in case it happens to be a weapon that only fires the one. P for pulse weapons. Oh, hey, pulse weapons get a -2 target number modifier. Didn't know that. PB is point blank. R is for rapid fire, such as rotary cannons and ultra cannons. S for switchable ammo, and V for variable type.
I'm surprised it's not explosive, but
X is explosives, by the way.
yeah. Okay, so
Sorry.
it just tells you the damage type, so it's ballistic.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just reading one of the responses because one of the guys was like commenting, is like, "Hey, is the HAG, the heavy assault Gauss rifle, an auto fire weapon?" And the response is, fantastic list, but thank whatever gods you pray to that the HAG is not rapid fire. I mean, they're not wrong. I can't imagine a heavy assault Gauss rifle doing, what was it, like 30 points of frickin' damage at vehicle scale? Like stupidly high like that. Can you imagine if they could fire multiple projectiles of that per shot? Ooh, that's a disturbing thought.
That would level a battlefield for sure.
Yeah.
Quick.
So yeah, so you did how much damage total? Let's say.
It's 1.
Oh, it's only 1.
Yep.
Didn't realize that they had so little damage output on that. Are you gonna move at all? You just. Oh yeah, you already shot. Never mind.
Yeah, I just fired.
Okay. Which means it's their turn. Okay, that one hits the infantry for sure. And the other one's going for the mech. Was -2 for movement. So actually misses the mech. So let's see. Snatches one of the infantry. What does the armor say on your infantry?
Armor, stealth standard. Mm,
Oh. Oh, sorry. I meant like how many little dots do you have?
oh, one filled in and 3 total. I don't know what.
All right. I think that the one filled in is for internals representing the actual person. That if he takes that damage, he's just dead. If I'm thinking about it right. So it's basically 2 points of armor and 1 point of
Health
Mhm.
for the person.
So yeah, this thing does 2 points of damage. It completely removes the armor. I mean, it just savages through the armor of one of your guys. You know what? Roll a d5 to see who it is. On a 5, it will be you.
All right. It's a 1. Good thing I wasn't 1.
Roll an edge check to see if it's your commander.
It's probably my command. Yeah, it's my command. -4.
Congratulations, your unit no longer. I mean, not actually. He's still alive. Your unit commander has just been like savaged by a beast and thrown into a tree. He's not happy.
Yeah.
He barely barely standing. When these guys hit harder than damn near any infantry grade weapon you've run across, that's something, isn't it? All right. So that's infantry having gone. They've gone. Yeah, we're cycling back to top of the round. You back yet, Jaya?
Yeah.
Okay. Mechs are up. You just saw one of them pick up the commanding officer of the powered armor infantry, shake him like a dog, and fling him into a tree. The guy's alive, but
Nice.
like his armor is like rent open and barely functioning.
Cool. Gonna have Kylie move up and shoot everything she has into that thing again.
Okay. Let's see, that's an SRM, a machine gun, and a medium laser?
Yeah. And I'll just do them in that order. Nope. That one might succeed.
Let's see, she moves, that's a -1. It hasn't moved, there's no cover. Yeah, no, that one succeeds. It's only a -1 on her rolls. So I think you hit it with the machine gun and the medium laser, yes?
Yeah.
Alright. How much damage are we doing?
Let me see if I can find that.
She's in the Peacekeeper?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, machine gun, 2 points of damage. Medium laser, 5 points of damage. So that is 7 points of damage to it? This thing is somehow still up, even though it looks bloodied and brutalized.
Well,
And by that, I'm just telling you, it's down to single-digit health. Like, if she'd hit with the SRMs, no matter how many of them hit, it would be dead.
I'll see if my laser can finish it off.
Apparently it does.
Nice.
And seeing its mate killed, the other one howls in rage. But is the infantry's turn.
All right, we're going first. I think we're gonna take a step back, let the other team get in there, and just probably just fire it with laser rifles just to keep pinging it, since it's still doing something, but it's slowly whittling it down.
You know, I am going to double check something. I just want to see. Okay.
Nice.
Oh, the margin of success of 11.
Margin of success of 11. I'm pretty sure that hits no matter what its minuses are. What did you hit it with?
The laser rifle.
And to be clear, you
One
know you
energy.
can fire both, right?
Oh, I can fire both? No, I didn't.
Yeah. At the mech scale, you can fire all weapons in the same turn. The reason mechs don't always do that is because they have to worry about how much overheating they do. Infantry, not as much.
Okay, then I'll fire the grenades. See, I didn't know that. All right.
That's why I decided to point it out, because I
Yep.
realized that's
And 10 for the grenade launcher.
all right.
As it
Yeah,
smacked sense into the commander, and the commander's like, "You use all fire at will."
fire everything, damn it! Let's point some more damage.
Oh, let's see. The grenade launcher had a -2, but it's still a 7, or still an 8. Well, -3 with the movement. Well, it's flying through heavy, so going floor of 6. So I assume it still hits.
So you did 2 points of damage to it, right?
Yeah, that'd be 2 points in total.
Okay, I cannot find it. Okay, I'll have to look at the actual rules at some point, but I can't figure out how much damage in mech scale this stupid swords are supposed to do. So go ahead and just swing it for now. We'll see what it would do to it on the non-mech scale, and then I'll convert it.
I mean, if the guns do, or if the guns only do 1, I'd assume melee hits would only do 1, but
Yeah, probably. Go for it, Cole. Move up and slash, I guess.
Hell yeah.
Unit of power lifters with their chainsaws and you with your one machete.
Yeah, I probably only have one. But yeah, as we were leaving the scientists, he set one of his machetes down with them, and it was just like, use this to defend yourselves.
Yeah, just like
Charge
holding the
them.
machete going, uh-huh. As you walk off, you're probably wondering, like, wouldn't it give me a laser pistol or something? No.
Oh, double ones.
interesting.
Edge reroll, por favor.
Yes. Yes, you
Power
can.
loaded do say 2 ground movement.
Wow, that feels
they
so
do?
good.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Apparently those things can book it compared to normal infantry. Who knew?
I can just reroll bad rolls. It's beautiful.
Very convenient sometimes. Okay, well, these things are gonna go. They can't get at that one. You know what? It's gonna go after the thing that killed its mate. Oh, hey, it hits this time. Your mech takes 2 points of damage, but let's find out where. Yes, this thing did 2 points of damage on the vehicle scale. I know I had the stupid hit locations open. Here it is. Now, that's a cluster hit table. Ah, mech hit locations. This is clearly your forward. Right leg. Your right leg now has 2 points of armor chewed off of it.
Okay.
Kind of impressive it's even doing this much damage at the vehicle scale, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Any reaction from the fact that an animal seems to be actually doing damage to your mech?
What planet did we land on?
I guess that brings us back to the mech turns. Hopefully you guys finish it off between the two of you, but you never know.
Yep.
It's like, please do. These things are kind of scary.
Right, firing everything she has. SRM misses. Also misses. Okay.
Kelly needs a realignment on her targeting system.
Yeah. Well, let's see how well you do at least.
Oh, my laser hits.
Alright, that's 3 more points of damage. Okay, this thing is now officially bloodied looking, and it's going to have to make a willpower save this next turn when it comes up to see whether it sticks around to fight. But in the meantime, infantry go first.
Hell yeah. Boom. Well, not double ones.
It's 1 more point of damage at least.
Hell yeah.
All right. I'm taking -2 to these because of the heavy, I assume.
Yeah, because you're firing through the heavy cover to hit it.
So I got a 2 and a 4, or a 5. 2 and a 5.
Alright, well, they both hit, so that's an additional 2 points of damage. Okay, that is freaking 11 points of damage you've done to this thing so far. It only, yeah, it's not looking well. Yeah, it's gonna try and slink off as best it can. The question is, do you guys let it? Because the mechs are up. Also, technically,
They try to kill it.
okay. Kedley, maybe? Yeah. Hey, hit!
That hits.
Is that a hit?
Well,
It
wait.
moved.
Moved, yeah. Well, it's moving at, that's... you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and let it be a hit. Why not?
Yay!
Because I think it shouldn't be moving full speed with that much damage, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Well,
So the
in case the
SRM
SRM doesn't finish it off,
Yep.
the laser hits.
Yeah, the SRM and the laser. Yep. You managed to finish it off.
For missing
Right.
everything, Kettley managed to finish it off.
Meanwhile, the dropships, the captain's saying, they're going, if I had a weapon, I would fire it at these things. I'm sorry. There wasn't supposed to be anything here dangerous. I don't know what to tell you. Didn't anticipate anything dangerous.
There wasn't supposed to be anything dangerous.
How pissed off is my squad leader?
Our Sokon.
God damn! Goes up to the corpse, starts kicking it.
Yeah.
Just got this armor! So he's puncturing with each kick to its corpse. Not even budging it, it's so big.
Ooh. Wonder if it tastes good.
How many of the elementals just turn to stare at Cole at that point?
Yeah, you guys get it.
I think like just all the elementals kind of just like give pause to like when he says like, "Oh,
If her mech can facepalm, that's what she's doing.
I mean, you could, but you'd probably rattle your cockpit enough to give yourself a headache.
What? I mean, I assume that's why you
Yeah.
finished it off when it was running away, right? Can't let all that go to waste.
I don't know how good it is to eat with all that shrapnel in it."
It's big enough, I'm sure there's still plenty of good stuff. Now, how do we dress it down? It doesn't really look like a deer, or an elk, or a bird, or really
You
anything.
don't know
except a
that it's
giant
edible.
lizard.
Over the
Look.
comms, alright, people. Your mech has hands, right? There, Marco. Just drag that thing back for the text to test. Everyone else, back to work.
Oh, they get first dibs? Alright. We were the ones out here doing the work. Crumble, crumble.
So I just got done with testing the water. Like, oh damn.
Yeah. It's like, well, not getting my break today. Immediately start setting up. Yeah, poor clan labor cast and tech, science cast there. They have no unions or labor laws protecting them at all. So I think the one time they tried to do that, like Clan Smoke Jaguar genocided them. So, not a big thing for the clans to have.
We live in a society.
To be fair, most of the other clans were like, dude, what the fuck, Smoke Jaguar? But,
That we had
technically
it.
it was another clan's business, so they're,
They mobilized the peacekeepers.
okay, that's a good one. Okay. How'd you like your first taste of actually scary local plant life or not plant animal life?
Those were plants.
That would actually be hilarious, but no.
I'm not vegetarian, man. Disappointing.
There's the fight. Why can't we move?
Yeah.
Stuck to the ground.
Yeah. So yeah, how was your first impression of this otherwise pristine, clean water, clean air, slight high from the overly oxygenated air, and giant creatures that want to eat you?
Okay.
I didn't realize people thought this was supposed to be boring. Boy, am I glad it's not. This would suck to be here for like a couple years without stuff to fight. Maybe there'll be bigger ones.
You hear a giant call off in the distance.
That's
also horrible.
Boy. Just sort of looks back.
Godzilla roar in the distance.
Yeah. Somewhere, I'm sure one of the normal labor caster techs is just like having an eye twitch at this. Like, oh, easy assignment, this said. Just set up a depot, they said. I'm not sure I really want to do any other combat for this session, so I'm thinking probably roleplay for the rest of it. That okay with you guys?
Cool. Sounds good to
Only
me.
Yeah, probably just
yeah.
starting. Yeah, just working to set up the base generally and clearing out the rest of the foliage and breaking down trees to build.
I mean, you probably have the stuff
Base
to
for some
do
materials.
prefab, like, throw up metal structures, but if you have wood on hand, I mean, why not, right?
Yeah, I imagine
Certainly
it's probably a bit quicker. At least you can do the bases out of wood or whatever.
You guys are amidst that. Any additional interactions you want to do as you're doing the initial scouting and securing the area?
Bobby's definitely gloating about all of the misses.
Oh yeah, probably for sure.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna resubmit my previous request for a couple boxes of dynamite to the squad leader.
He kind of stares at you for a moment and goes, you know what? I'm going to issue three extra grenades. How about that? Just in case some of those things come back.
Not what he wanted, but he'll take it.
Yeah, next time I'll get on top of it and hold its mouth open and you get a grenade right in its face.
Sounds good.
I love the pause before he responds, probably just staring at Cole.
Yeah, this is. I don't want to be anywhere near that thing.
Yeah.
So I'll climb a mech. I'm not climbing that.
I'm gonna go back to cutting all the foliage around that pond so we can use it, but see if there's more giant worm things coming. Maybe we should just try to kill all of whatever's in that one so they don't do that more.
Actually, not a bad idea. Your unit commander Sonia is going to overhear that. Immediately orders some of the elementals to suit up in full scuba gear and go into the lake to kill the water monsters.
Boom. Master Tactician Cole. Go.
Important to secure your fresh water source, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be easier if you just light some time and just toss it in and let
We don't
blow up whatever's down there.
Are you sure though? I don't know what these things are. Maybe to just make them mad.
Well, it's easier to kill them up here than down there.
Oh, that's smart.